What's up YouTube? This is the Allworld-Gamer and today I've got an overview and build guide for the Stug. So the Stug is a Grineer pistol that shoots these little globs of slime or whatever it is that deals a massive amount of corrosive damage. The Stug is a really powerful secondary with a couple different types of fire modes. You can shoot a couple small blobs at the target, or you can charge it up and launch one huge blob at the target. The charge is pretty slow, so I think you're better off firing off a few rounds into the same spot. They'll stack like that and you'll still get the same effect. No matter which way you decide to fire this weapon, the rounds are going to stick to whatever you aim at, and they're going to explode, giving you a 100% status chance proc and do AoE damage. It's also important to note that if you're not careful, you will do damage to yourself like I did here. Another important thing to know about this weapon is that Lephantis is 100% immune to this weapon because when the blobs explode, they only do damage to the body and not the weak points like Lephantis heads. Okay, so for this build, you're going to need to add your catalyst, and I'm going to say 5 Forma. The reason I did 5 Forma instead of 4 is because I formed away the D polarity that comes with the Stug. And the reason I did that is because secondary weapons only have 2 mods that use D slot, and that's Deep Freeze, Sure Shot. Now, with Deep Freeze, you're always going to use Deep Freeze in combination with one of your big hitters like Pathogen Round, or Convulsions, or Heated Charge. So it's pretty much a waste to use a polarity for Deep Freeze. And secondly, as I mentioned before, the Stug has a 100% status chance when it explodes. So there's no reason to use a Sure Shot to increase your status chance because it's going to happen anyway. So to start out our infested build, we're going to add a maxed out Hornet Strike. Mine is still one from the top, but I'm working on it. Next, we're going to add Barrel Diffusion and Lethal Torrent. And the combination of these two is going to give us a 180% chance to fire an additional round. So what that means is we have a guaranteed chance to fire a second round and an 80% chance to fire a third round. However, with the Stug, you're not going to see 3 globs come flying out. What you're going to see is one large glob coming out as though you had charged it, but it'll be at no additional cost to ammo. Next, we're going to add Magnum Force, and remember, take it as high as you're comfortable with. And for our elemental combo, we're going to add Pathogen Rounds and Convulsion to give us that extra corrosive damage. And if you got it, use Pistol Pestilence, so this is really going to boost you up here. Now, remember that the Stug already comes with base corrosive damage on it, so with this elemental combo added to it, it's going to give you a 5,344 corrosive damage. That is massive amount of corrosive damage. So for Corpus, we're going to keep the same base mods. We're going to switch to an Expel Corpus, of course. We're going to keep Convulsion, but we're going to use our Deep Freeze and our Ice Storm to increase the magnetic damage. If you read the wiki, it says that the Stug is ill-suited for Corpus because even though you stick the blob on their body, it still does damage to their head. So if you look at the gameplay, the Corpus don't take that much damage from the Stug, and that's probably why. So I don't recommend using the Stug against Corpus. And for Grineer, we're going to use the same mods, add an Expel Grineer, and for the elemental combo, I'm going to recommend Corrosive again. Normally for Grineer, I would say Viral for the 75% bonus against all clone flesh. However, you're not going to be using your secondary weapon as often as you would your primary weapon, so I think that it'd be best if you use corrosive damage on your secondary and just whipped it out for those heavy gunners because it's really going to put them down quick. And even if you want to use this for all enemies, the damage is going to be so high, it's such a strong weapon, it's not going to matter anyway. Overall, the Stug is a really fun weapon to play with. As long as you can be comfortable with the way it fires, using the lob to your advantage, I think you'll really enjoy this weapon. It's also the highest DPSing secondary for the PlayStation, so I really think it'll be worth your time. So that's all I got for the Stug. If you guys got any questions about anything, or maybe there's a particular build that you want to see, leave a comment below or inbox me and I'll put out a video as soon as I can. Thanks for watching. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more Warframe.